Well, we are just moments away from the opening puck drop between the Minnesota Blue Hawks and the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings. Again, my name is Mike Comer, bringing you the action tonight. Rory McGibbon, he is back here to give the insight that he has on this wonderful game called hockey. And Rory, first and foremost, how was Thanksgiving here in the States?
Yeah, it was good. My first American Thanksgiving, and it's fair to say I was full after the evening.
All right, got to ask, what's your favorite dish here, man?
Well, it was my first time ever trying deep fried turkey, and that was amazing. Like, the skin was super crispy, and it was super amazing.
Oh, that's great.
What about you? What's your favorite?
We don't normally celebrate Thanksgiving too much here. In my family, it's usually deer hunting season. I love my stuffing.
Yeah.
I love stuffing.
Yeah, that was really good as well.
It's really hard to screw up stuffing. Not that I'm asking anyone to do it, but it's pretty hard to do. But speaking of something that's hard to do, honestly, it's get to these Rapids goaltenders this season, as Minnesota, they're coming into this game right about 500 with a 12-11 record and a couple zeros in there and two. But looking at these numbers of Wisconsin Rapids goalie squad, Guillaume, my goodness, 2.50 GA goals against average. Then Deacon Shaw, who probably seeing tomorrow, 2.02. Just talk about this squad here for the Riverkings.
Yeah, I mean, everyone's been playing really well. We're super tight group, which is awesome to be around. And Deacon and Turks, they played really exceptionally this last little bit, and Turks really deserving of the November Goalie of the Month award.
Absolutely, that was one thing I mentioned already, and I can mention it again because it's a heck of an accomplishment. November Goalie of the Month, that's Guillaume Turcotte.
Yep.
As he's been outstanding, and really those stats have just dropped. Those numbers have dropped for him like crazy. So it's great to see him having some success out there. You had a rough time at the you went 2-2 at the showcase. Played some of the best teams in the USPHL Premier. You got to get back to work here, and what can you take out of it now? Because man, you got some injuries on the team.
Yeah, so the showcase was tough. I think we won the games that we sort of expected to win, or we wanted to win, and then against Metro, I felt like we were right with them, and then we just got into some penalty trouble, some bad penalties, and then that's what put us on the back foot, and then it ended up being a 6-1 result. And then against Toledo, we were right with them again. You know, it was a depleted roster with Beauchamp suspended, Whitehead injured. And up until I think it was the second period, we were right with them. It was 0-0 close game, and then it just kind of there were 2 quick goals, and then the whole dynamic changed.
Now, what do you have to do tonight? I mean, it's a team that on paper, records-wise, should beat, but that's why you actually play the game. You don't do it on paper.
Exactly. Yeah, I think it's important off the back of 2 losses. It's important to bounce back. Really important, strong start, get some energy going, get the guys going, and see where that takes us off a strong start.
You know, as good as Rapids goaltending has been this season, looking over at their counterparts from Minnesota, they're all pretty well even up. Jackson Clough, he's got a 3.64 goals against average. Mayrose, who we're seeing tonight, 3.63. And then Aletti, he's got a 3.38.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they can allow goals.
Yeah.
It's just going to be, you know, does one of them stand on their head, have a hot night? Does Rapids struggle putting the puck in the net? We will see. I mean, that's a big thing.
That'll be the tail of the game.
Well, seeing as the tale is about to begin as both teams are gathering at center ice, and there's a drop of the puck, and we are underway here at the Southwood County Recreation Center, where the Blue Ox actually control that face-off as the puck is being sent around the boards. Rapids trying to center it, can't quite do that. Beauchamp, he sends it back down deep, drop pass back to him in the slot, can't quite get it home. As Rapids still starting to control the play, even though they did not gather that first initial face-off of the game, but the puck staying down in the defensive end for Minnesota. Shot from the point, bouncy puck, and it gets steered away by the defense of the Blue Ox. Puck sent back behind the cage, bounces around. Minnesota trying to send it up to neutral ice, can't quite do it. Raffert, backhand chop attempt, sending it back down. Schweitzer back there, he's giving some chase. Puck kept in the zone. Tudich tries to drag around the defense, cannot. Puck is now sent the length of the ice. No icing. Last touch by the Riverkings, and we play on. Garcia sends the puck all the way up, and it is chipped into the zone by Atkins as the Blue Ox are trying to gather some footing, so to speak, as the puck stays in the end for Rapids offense. That's exactly what they want to do, is keep that pressure. No, they do not have any shots on goal with it until now, which was just turned just aside by Cooper as he was trying to jam it home through the 5-hole to no avail. So now we're both even at one shot each for each team, but the puck is still staying the majority of the time so far in this Minnesota defensive end with 18-19 left to go in this first period. Minnesota starting to break out. Bolduc, he misses an opportunity at it as Garcia, he gathers it. Kind of a bounce pass back off the boards. Rapids back on the attack. Bryceland takes the puck. He's 1 against 3 Blue Ox, so that's going to be a tough skate in any way you slice it. Puck sent up, neutral ice. Minnesota, shot. That's turned away by Turcotte, and we have a stoppage of play. 17:53 left to go in this first period. No score between the Blue Ox and the Riverkings.
I really love that first shift from the Riverkings. Superb start, really cycling that puck well, getting pucks low, moving it really fluidly, and unfortunately nothing really big came from it.
Yeah, that's not even 3 minutes into the game, so can't always score 30 seconds in, as we saw a few weeks ago. Yeah, you can hope, that's for sure. As Rapids, they win that face-off. Puck is sent back down deep by the Blue Ox. That was Kellen Maher on that drive down deep. Rapids regathering the puck on the attack. Diamond up to Elian. And there is an icing coming the way against Wisconsin Rapids. 17:31 left to go in this first period. No score between the Blue Ox and the Riverkings.
Yeah, still feel like it's early, but the Riverkings seem to have the legs right now.
When they're ready, they will hopefully pepper that goal, but that is if you are a Riverkings fan. Hopefully that is coming sooner than later, as Rapids comes away with that face-off victory. Riley Williams, he comes away with the puck as Minnesota Scherf picks it up at mid-ice as they try to send it back down. Sent down to the Rapids zone was Kellen Maher. Puck then squirts up, out, neutral ice. Mikhail Ilian, send a shot, bounced right off the pads of Mayrose. That nearly looked like it was going to the back of the net, but not this time as Denty up, sending the puck up, and now the puck is sent up out of play. Almost took out one of our fans or friends from Minnesota, almost got him.
Had some heat on it.
Oh yeah, it did. Thankfully it didn't make contact, that's for sure. So we got stoppage of play, 16:58 left to go in this first period. No score. Rapids holding a 3-1 shot advantage. Not as many shots as you would think, but that Rapids really controlled the puck down into their offensive zone as Beauchamp, he stops the puck, sends it back down around the boards. Minnesota giving chase. Giving chase is Noah Scherf. Denty down low, backhanded attempt, and that's just gobbled up by Mayrose. That was one heck of an opportunity for Rapids.
Ilian with 2 great opportunities on that shift. That first one right in the slot just kind of seeps off the blocker side of Mayrose, the righty, and then that second one just driving the net in low in the backhand. A nice save by Mayrose.
That was point blank stop for Mayrose, so outstanding stop for the young man. Rapids wins a face-off, shot from the point by Beauchamp, and that is stopped by the blocker of Mayrose, whereas Mayrose, he's actually a lefty. You don't see that too often here in hockey or baseball catching either, for that matter, but did a great job picking that puck up with his blocker. So Rapids gets the puck down low. Beauchamp, he's getting harassed down there by a few Blue Ox. Denty, he's battling down low for it. McNeish, he's waiting for a pass that never comes. Minnesota, they break out the puck, send it down on the Rapids end. Raffert, he does a nice little hip check against the glass to get the puck loose to his teammates and send it back up to center ice. sitting, comes up, sends it back up to neutral ice after it got down to the Rapids zone. Raffert, he's going up against defense again. Shot turned wide behind the goal of Rapids. Up, Aiden Welsh, Wisconsin Rapids own Aiden Welsh. He gets the puck up neutral ice, has to chip it back down to his teammates as they are back on the attack. Garcia sends it up, far corner. Rapids still have playing the numbers game. Bolduc, he enters the ice as now we've got a 2-2 situation between Minnesota and Rapids. Puck is sent wide and then turned up into the netting by Bolduc. And we got a stoppage of play, 15-16 left to go in this first period. No score between Wisconsin Rapids and Minnesota.
Yeah, the Blue Hawks come into this one winning 1 out of their last 5. They'll definitely want to try and change their fortunes right now, but it's not looking too good with the Riverkings continuing to pressure.
Yeah, they are definitely pressuring. I mean, you took one of the stats that I was going to mention later on, my friend. Great job there. As Minnesota not coming into this series exactly the way they want to, as they are just 1 win for their last 5 games. Rapids is 3 for their last 5. So both teams maybe not wanting to be where they are as of late. But this is a great weekend for both teams to kind of right the ship if they're able to, as Rapids has the puck down low. Minnesota trying to center it, turned away by Jerome Turcotte. Is Rapids still trying to get possession of this puck to make a breakout, even though they have controlled a lot of this first period, holding a 5-2 shot advantage over the Blue Hawks. Minnesota trying to keep the puck down low, and Rapids now trying to break it up, and they do. Schweitzer's getting behind the defense, 1-0. Now you got possibly an opportunity here. Bolduc, he sends it just wide. If he's a little more accurate with that pass, who knows what happens.
Yep.
As Minnesota, they regroup, and they're trying to catch Rapids in a little bit of a line change. Tudich, though, he's giving chase as Minnesota was not able to clear the zone. Felix Ahlstrand, he's in there in the mix as Rapids gets the puck out to the point. Atkins right along the ice. That's turned away by Mayrose. Rapids still in there. Ahlstrand, he's fighting for the puck. Puck's bouncing around. A lot of contact down to that corner. No arms up in the air, and that's fine with me. Let the guys play as puck is still controlled by Rapids. Centering temp, bouncing. That's pulled down by Minnesota, and they have a breakout opportunity as Lombardo is waiting for a pass that never comes. Shot blocked over by Turcotte, and we are still awaiting our first score of the game by either side. 13.5 left to go in the first period. Minnesota and Rapids still deadlocked. No score. Minnesota are trying to send the puck down at the other end, but Chevier Alexander, he comes into the zone, pass Schweitzer, bouncing puck off the pads of Mayrose. Opportunity, diving save by Mayrose, and that is a heck of a job by the Minnesota goalie to keep Rapids out of the net as we got a stoppage of play. 13:10 left to go in this first period. No score for either side.
Yeah, strong save there. The puck's bouncing around. It gets put down onto the floor, and then I think it was Ahlstrand that finds Schweitzer, and Mayrose tracks it well.
That was outstanding. That was a wide open net, and he dove at it, and he got it as we have a face-off to the glove side. That would be the right side of Mayrose. And now Minnesota has a chance. They got a 2-on-1 situation, trying to stop the defense. And there's a goal as Minnesota breaks the tie as they had a 2-on-1. And they made the pass, got behind the defense, and beat Jerome Turcotte as we have a 1-0 lead, Minnesota over Wisconsin Rapids.
Yeah, number 71, Mike Abrego, with his second of the season. Well taken off the feed from number 15, I believe, Hayden Henke. Henke would record a 6-point on the year.
I believe that is 6:59 on the goal, as that will be Mike Abrego.
Minnesota goal scored by number 71, Mike Abrego.
As Rapids has an opportunity.
And by number 6, Kellen Maher.
15 and 6 on the assist, so that's Kellen Maher and Hayden Henke. So that's how Minnesota, they take a lead here. They had a nice little opportunity as Rapids, now they're trying to get back into this game as still got plenty of time. 12.5 to go in the first period. Rapids trying to keep the puck down low. They are able to. They just haven't been able to beat Mayrose yet. There's still a lot of game to go if you're a Wisconsin Rapids fan, and it's something you got to remember too if you're a Minnesota fan, that there's still a lot of game to go.
Yeah.
As we have a icing being called against Wisconsin Rapids at 12-12. Again, Minnesota up 1-0 over the Riverkings, as we will have a face-off coming, I believe, to the glove side, the left side of Turcotte.
Yeah, just an unlucky play for Raffert, really. He tries to jump up for that puck and just kind of evades him, loops over him, and then the Blue Hawks go down on a 2-on-1 and finish.
Face-off is won by Wisconsin Rapids as they try to get a breakout. Get the puck up to neutral ice, but Minnesota stands strong. Garcia gathers the puck. He gets past center ice, and he gets the puck into the zone, weaving through the defense. Shot from his knee. That's turned away by the defense. Bryceland, backhand pass, crossway to Bolduc. Bolduc tries to take a shot. Can't quite get all of it on that shot as it goes to the defense to Minnesota as they get a breakout. They can't quite clear it as they have to reset. Minnesota gets the puck over across the blue line, but up into the netting. We have another stoppage of play. 11:37 left to go in this first period. Still Minnesota winning with a 1-0 lead over the Riverkings.
Yeah, the goal definitely came as a stun to the Riverkings, I think. I think they were more happy with a 0-0, and then it just quickly turns, the game turns on them, and then the Blue Hawks finish nicely.
How do you respond in this instance, Rory?
Yeah, I think it's important, just keep on doing what you're doing. I really like their play down low, and the puck movement's been pretty good, and I think just keep on grinding it out.
Still plenty of game to go as we had another face-off and a real quick whistle out of that as we have a face-off just outside the Riverkings zone. 11:32 left to go in this first period. Face-off that is controlled by Rapids. Rapids has been controlling most of these face-offs. They just don't have any goals to show for it yet as Minnesota gathers the puck, sends it deep, bouncing off Rapids defenseman. Bolduc has the puck, sends it back behind himself to Garcia. Garcia's trying to send it up. Puck is being sent the length of the ice, but no whistle as Bryceland sends it centering pass to Denty. Denty couldn't quite get in there. If he had possession of that puck, a little stronger shot, who knows what happens. Minnesota's defense doing a great job. Diamond fighting for it, along with Ilian. That puck is bumped out into neutral ice, and that's going to be an icing as we get another stoppage of play. 10:46 to go in the first period. Minnesota still up 1-0 over these Riverkings. Rapids holding an 8-4 shot advantage in the game, so they've controlled the offensive opportunities, but Minnesota's just made the most of theirs.
Yeah, it was a really great chance, and they converted nice on it. I mean, the Riverkings have had some good chances themselves. It just Maros has been up to the task.
As we get a couple changes here, and we have a face-off to the blocker side, the left-hand side of Maros for the Blue Hawks. Blue Hawks, they are wearing their white jerseys with blue and black accents and numbers and black breezers as there's a sharp angle shot taken by Mikhail Ilian. That's to no avail as puck is still loose along the far boards. Minnesota trying to clear the zone. Rapids keeping the puck down there. Not Noah Diamond. He's fighting in there as puck gets wrestled away from him. Minnesota gets the puck up to neutral ice. And there is no whistle as Williams, he was fighting for that puck and trying to get it away from the Blue Hawks. Puck sent out middle ice. Denty fighting for it. Everybody's fighting for it along that far side. Smith, Diamond, everybody's in there fighting for it as Rapids starts to come away with it. Jacob Chevier Alexander, and then Minnesota sends it back down. Riley Williams, he sends it up. No one there, but the Blue Hawks shot from the point. Bouncing puck is turned away when it got right in front of Turcotte. Now Diamond, he's with the puck. He's got behind the defense. Brings the puck around. Backhand opportunity, a little soft. That bouncing in there, and it's covered up by Maros. Rapids is doing a good job getting behind the defense, hitting.
It's a quick turnaround on that one.
Yeah, getting some opportunities with home run passes, if you want to call it that, but they just have not been able to get past Maros.
Yeah.
9:38 left to go in this first period. Face off to the glove side of Maros. Rapids wins it again. Raffert from point, shot, one-timer right in the belly of Maros. We get another stoppage, as that will be another face-off again to the glove side of Maros.
Yeah, it's been a well-disciplined affair so far as well, so we'll see if something happens on the penalty side of things.
Minnesota gets that face-off. Have to look at the numbers, see how many Rapids has in favor of them and Minnesota, but that was one of the few that I've seen other than the opening one that Minnesota came away with. Rapids sends the puck down. Locker fighting for it down there. Isaac Locker. And then puck coming up out in the circle. Hogan McNeish, he was in there. Puck sent up. Raffert. Another bouncing puck sent right into the belly of Mayrose. Another stoppage. 9:05 left to go in the first period. 1-0 lead. Minnesota over Wisconsin Rapids.
Yeah, those bounces are tricky. Like, it's just ball bling. You don't know what kind of bounce it's going to take, and well played by Mayrose to gobble that one up.
Now there will be yet again another face-off to the glove side of Mayrose. Schweitzer battling for it against White. Schweitzer came away with it, but Minnesota gets the puck up to neutral ice. Corpy sends it down into the far corner. Raffert gets it. Allstrand. He's now bumping the puck up. Far side. Tudich. He gets it into the Minnesota zone. Schweitzer giving chase. That is Jack Wallace of Minnesota who got there first. Puck picked up in the zone by Corpy, and back going the other way is Minnesota. Beauchamp, he gets the puck, stops behind the cage, goes to his right, looking for a pass. Got one at center ice. That's Tudich and Allstrand. Neither one can really hold it. Puck is still loose. Center ice. Fluttering puck, scooped up by Schweitzer. Schweitzer breaks his own. Pass across the way. That pass was to Felix Allstrand. Shot, point blank, little bounce, and it's covered by Mayrose. Another stoppage as we have 8:12 left to go in this first period. And boy, that he's seeing everything so far. And it's not that it's been poor shots. He's made some big saves.
Yeah, I like that play from Schweitzer right there, finding Tudich, but just Mayrose once again shuts the door.
Still plenty of time in this game for both sides, as puck is, I think, initially won by Rapids, but Minnesota gathers it. Puck still scooting around on the far boards. Neither team able to really get anything. Rapids has to clear the zone, otherwise they get an offsides, and they do. So offsides is being cleared. Minnesota still can gather it, and they are on the attack now. Zachary Farnsworth, he sends the puck around the boards. Raffert trying to get it up out of the zone, and it is out of the zone. Tudich, Schweitzer, you got two Rapids, two Blue Ox, and that tried to stuff it home was the Riverkings. They couldn't. Puck was wrestled away from Mayrose. That got stopped right out in front. Nice slap, or a nice wrister from the slot. Now Minnesota, they get the puck. Abrego, he gets around the Rapids defense.
Nice.
Garcia, he did a great job, but we're going to have a whistle, and that will be the first penalty of the game, and that will go against Wisconsin Rapids for a trip.
I feel like that's quite unlucky.
12:39 is the time of the penalty, and that's a trip. Rapids penalty comes up on number 13, Garcia. So that's the first power play of the game. First one for Minnesota as they look to, for their perspective, hopefully add a goal and go up 2-0 over Wisconsin Rapids. But Rapids, they want to try to keep that opportunity at a minimum. And who knows, maybe special teams get a shorthanded goal. That'll go long ways in sparking their offense as they hold a 14-5 shot advantage. They just haven't anything going in the net.
Yeah, the Blue Hawks come in with a 15.3% power play percentage, so let's see if they can convert on this one.
Now that face off to the glove side of Turcotte. That is won by Minnesota, and Rapids can send it down the whole length of the ice, and they do. Down there battling for tying it up is Hogan McNeish, and he's getting pummeled and beat up down there. They finally get the puck away from him as Diamond gives chase at mid-ice as McNeish comes back in. Rapids a little aggressive on their forecheck on this power play or penalty kill. A big shot down the length of the ice goes the puck, and Minnesota has to regroup. Diamond giving a little bit of pressure. Up there as well is Bryce Cooper. A little bit of pressure, nothing too serious as Henke breaks through into the zone. He gets pushed off the puck as he tries to corral it. Drop pass right back to Diamond. It's 2-2 situation. with Cooper's Diamond. He skates back, just trying to eat up clock. Does a pretty good job at that as Minnesota gets the puck back out at center ice. Under a minute left to go, and the skater advantage for the Blue Ox. Rapids is trying to kill it off, unless they get a very good look to try to take a short-handed shot opportunity as they get the puck back out center ice. Minnesota has to regroup, and it's being whistled for a hand pass. We get a stoppage here. 6:04 left to go in this first period. 43 seconds left on the skater advantage for Minnesota, but Minnesota, they hold a 1-0 lead over Rapids.
Yeah, interesting. I mean, the Riverkings have really been able to neutralize this power play, and it's been a strong point right now. But the problem is, like, we're down one. We need to find something.
Face-off coming to the glove side of Mayrose. Puck is being fought over. Minnesota does come away with it. 6 minutes left to go, right on the dot in this first period. About 35 seconds left to go, and the skater advantage for Minnesota. Rapids have done a very good job to this point, killing off this penalty. Minnesota gets the puck down deep. Rapids gets there, and they send it out. They can't quite get it out of the zone. Minnesota did a great job holding the edge. Their shot opportunity bouncing and sent out of bounds. So we get another whistle with 5:40 left to go in the first period of action here tonight. USPHL North Division action. There's 18 seconds left in the skater advantage for Minnesota, holding a 1-0 lead over Rapids. And we will be having a face-off at neutral ice by Bryce Cooper and his counterpart Lars Korlitz. Face-off, that is still loose, being battled over. Tough, hard-angled C. Rapids comes away with it. Bulldog sends it the whole length of the ice, and that will probably be your power play killer as Rapids gets away with this one, as they are now back to 5-on-5 hockey. Full strength, both sides. 5:17 to go in the first period. Minnesota still holding a lead. Rapids gets possession of the puck. Diamond, Ilian. Diamond up the far side. Drop pass over to Ilian. Puck sent back out neutral ice. Williams and Bulldog, they go both drop. Back up to Ilian. Diamond breaks into the zone. Denty onto his right. Centering pass is deflected by the Blue Ox, but Rapids, they gather the puck. Diamond and Ilian and Bulldog, they're all battling with it right now. Sent down into the zone. Denty giving chase. Picked up by Puckner of the Blue Ox as the puck stays right about the blue line. Rapids says clear it. That's Diamond with it. About the circle. Shot right off the top of the shoulder and helmet area of Mayrose. Rapids still has possession. Ilian goes centering about the slot. Minnesota getting a little turned around on defense. Backhand attempt. That gets turned away. The puck sent out neutral ice. Rapids still with it. Williams over to Bulldog. 4:12 left to go in this first period. Ilian sends the puck down. Mayrose stops it. Sends it the other way. Denty giving chase along with Cooper for Wisconsin Rapids. Minnesota sends the puck down into the Rapids zone. No icing. It was touched up about mid-ice by Jace Lombardo. Minnesota still has possession of it. Lombardo sends it back deep. 3:50 to go in this first period. Rapids trying to break loose. Raffert sends it up. Atkins fighting for it right below us, folks. There's Atkins and sends it up. And that's taken over by Bryceland. Bryceland, he charges into the zone, gets around, looking for Atkins, who stops right at the doorstep of the crease. Bryceland, centering attempt, that gets caught up in the skates of a few different players, and puck is still bouncing. Atkins, Cooper, puck is a little off the mark as Minnesota gets to it. Rapids still holding a 15-5 shot advantage, but Minnesota with a 1-0 lead with 3:10 left to go in the first period. Bryceland takes the puck, sends it up. That's just gloved there by Mayrose, and we get a whistle. 3:04 left to go in this first period. 1-0 lead, Minnesota. Man,
yep.
You're having opportunities, but just not getting anything in the net.
Yeah, there's a fair bit of fluidity in the game right now. It's just Riverkings really missing that finishing touch and really looking to capitalize on some of these chances.
I don't really think Rapids is flat, and I don't think Minnesota's that flat either. They're both playing hard. Rapids just hasn't had that chance to break through into the scoring column as there is a face-off blocker side of Mayrose. Rapids does not come away with it. Minnesota does as they break out. Neutral ice. Send the puck down far corner. There's a race for it. Puck is still loose. Puck is sent across the slot. Nobody home. There's Blocker. Sends a puck back around the boards. Raffert fighting for it. Welsh in there. Welsh gets the puck up, center ice. Puck is loose. Gets back down to the Minnesota end. Blocker and Welsh both giving chase as Minnesota regroups. Raffert backhands the puck. Picked up. That is picked up, sent across the way. Pass missed by Welsh. He gets pushed off the puck. McNish comes around, looking for a pass opportunity here. Stop, left the puck up there by Locker. Raffert sends it down. Locker can't get to it. Minnesota comes away with it. 2:10 left to go in this first period. Puck is loose. Their puck is kept down in the zone by Minnesota. Rapids comes away with it. Rapids goes up the near side boards. Locker giving a little bit of chase. Beauchamp, he whiffs on a shot opportunity. Comes back to it. Backhands. Sends it up into the slot. No one home. Minnesota comes away with it by Buckmeyer. Wrestled away was the puck. And Schweitzer's giving chase. Back up center ice. Neither team really having a strong possession of it up until now. To it comes up. Schweitzer breaks through. And that's a heck of a save there by Mayros. Got his toe over. And that was blocked not by much. As there's a broken stick out on the ice. And Rapids giving chase as Minnesota got the puck down far end. Bulldog and Garcia down there for Rapids. Bulldog pass up to Garcia. Garcia can't handle it. Puck is loose. Tudich comes for it. We got 1:16 left to go in this first period. Minnesota up 1-0. Puck is flipped up ahead to center ice. Minnesota gets to it first. Allstrand giving chase. Puck sent around. Minnesota gets the puck up to Nielsen. Bulldog thought about giving chase. He lets it go. Garcia was up in that area. Tudich, he gets the puck. Allstrand, Tudich, 2-3. Puck is sent neutral. Schweitzer shot just over the crossbar. Opportunity for Rapids. A kind of a quick shot around by Tudich. Wasn't there. Tic-tac-toe opportunity just wide of the net. As Rapids still can't quite get there. Centering attempt. Puck is just wide again by Schweitzer. We've got 37 seconds left to go. Tudich, opportunity. Garcia from the high slot. Low. Puck is loose, bouncing, and it's covered by the glove of Mayros. And Rapids, they're just peppering the goal. They just can't get one to fall. As we got a 30.5 seconds left to go in this first period, where Minnesota, they're being outshot 19-5, but they have a 1-0 lead over Wisconsin Rapids.
Yeah, a really strong shift by that line. I've really been liking their game so far, and it's just that inches away, that last little touch that needs to be a bit cleaner.
We have face-off, blocker side of Mayros. Puck is won by Minnesota and sent the length of the ice. So we'll have another stoppage, 24.1 seconds. And we will see how this finishes here. 24.1 seconds left in this first period. Minnesota up 1-0 over Wisconsin Rapids, despite, like I said, 19-5 shot advantage for Rapids over Minnesota. There will be a face-off, it appears, to the glove side of Mayros. Pierce Mayros having a nice night tonight so far, stopping all 19 shots he has faced. Minnesota, they win that face-off. As 17 seconds remain, Rapids, they disrupt that pass. No one can really control it going into the zone. Just an errant opportunity as Rapids really harassing with 8 seconds to go. Puck is cleared center ice. Ilian, Diamond, but the Minnesota sends it back down as we have 1 second left. And there is your horn. And there is 1 period in the books as Minnesota, they're holding a 1-0 lead over Wisconsin Rapids. As we prepare for the start of period number 2 between the Minnesota Blue Hawks and the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings, and Minnesota holding a 1-0 lead over these Riverkings. Kind of a surprise looking at the shot advantage Wisconsin Rapids has over Minnesota, a 19-5 advantage. But boy, they can't get anything in the back of the net, and that's a huge tip of the cap to Pierce Mayros as he has stopped all 19 shots that came his way by the Riverkings in the opening period of action. Whereas Guillaume Turcotte, boy, he didn't have a lot of action that he saw, as he saw 5 shots, but he made 4 saves, and that's why we have a 1-0 lead for Minnesota over Wisconsin Rapids. That first goal That's scored by Mike Abreu. That is at 6:59 of the first period. Assists to Hayden, Henke, and Kellen Maher. And there's only one penalty in that first period, and that was by Wisconsin Rapids Garcia, Caden Garcia, that is. And as he went off for a tripping penalty. But Minnesota couldn't get any advantage on that as we were able to skate to the end of the first period without another goal. But as I said, Minnesota hosting a 1-0 lead over Wisconsin Rapids. So, Rory, I got to ask you, I don't think Coach Paul was mad. I don't think he tore into you guys, but I bet you there was a nice message that was given at that intermission.
Yeah, I mean it was basically like just a tough bounce that put us at the odd end of the scoreboard here. So just keep on going, find their weaknesses, exploit them, and just work towards that first one.
If I was a betting man, which I try not to be, if Wisconsin Rapids can just pepper that net, and once the first one goes, I think it's going to be kind of the dam breaking, so to speak. But we are now just about underway. We had a missed drop of that puck on the initial try, so we get to redo it, and here we go, and we are underway as Wisconsin Rapids trying to battle back from a 1-0 deficit after the first period as they take on the Minnesota Blue Hawks. Minnesota, as the teams swap ends, Wisconsin Rapids now defending the goal to my right, Minnesota defending the goal to my left. As Rapids had an opportunity, big point-blank shot right on the doorstep, bouncing puck turned away. Rapids opportunities right off the bat, and they can't get that puck into the net.
Oof, inches.
Game of inches, and it's definitely coming up to that right now. Beauchamp, he's got the puck behind the net. Ice is still a little bit wet from the resurfacing as Turcotte, he's able to make a glove save from a shot by the point by Farnsworth, and we have a penalty coming up against Minnesota.
Yeah, Jaden White, number 19.
Interference by Minnesota. It's White with a penalty, interference. That time is just 46 seconds. So we have Wisconsin Rapids their first power play of the game, as there's going to be a face-off to the blocker side of Mayrose. And Rapids, hopefully for their sake, they can get on the board. Puck is sent around the blue line. There's a shot taken by Tudich just inside the point, and that's just gloved up there by Mayrose. Another save going in the column for the young man from Minnesota. There's a stoppage of play, 19:07 left to go in the second period. Minute 53 left on the skater advantage for Rapids. Denty is in the face-off circle. The first opportunity for Minnesota got sent out. I didn't quite catch the number for who's in there now. I believe that was Lombardo, as Rapids comes away with that face-off. Passing the perimeter, Raffert, slapper from the point, gobbled up by Mayrose. Another stoppage. 1:45 left to go on the skater advantage for the Riverkings.
Yeah, the shot from Tudich earlier, just Mayrose could see all the way. That one's never really going in, really looking for a tip from Schweitzer, and then that one, just a nice comfortable save into the chest.
Rapids comes away with another win on that face-off. Raffert sent across the way. That is to Allstrand. Tudich from the circle. Off the crossbar. Puck is loose. Raffert comes away with it, saves it inside the point. Tudich near side. Back to Raffert from the high slot. That's blocked by the Minnesota skater. I believe that was Gorlitz, as Rapids is able to get that puck back corralled in their own zone. Tudich brings the puck up the near side. Thought about centering. Puck is a little slowed down because the ice is still a little wet. Raffert at the point. Pass back down Tudich. Tudich center. That was by Denty at the slot. Gets turned away. Tudich from the circle. Bouncy puck. Shot to go! Redirected right on the doorstep by Caden Schweitzer, and there's a hole in your goalie. Minnesota.
Yeah, really nice play there. Tudich finding Schweitzer on the back door. It's just a simple little tap in, and a really smart heads-up play by Tudich there.
That goal coming a minute 50 seconds into the period. Schweitzer on the goal. That's a heck of an opportunity for them, as that is his 9th goal of the season, moving up to 27 points. He ranks 2nd on the team in points on the season. As face-off is won by Minnesota, but Rapids can smell blood in the water. Minnesota back on the attack as puck gets moved down to the zone. Henke, shot from the circle. That is gobbled up by Turcotte. Tudich and Allstrand on the assists. Power play goal. Wisconsin Rapids ties it up 1-1, 17:23 left to go in the second period. Face off to the glove side of Turcotte. Rapids gets the puck up center ice. Minnesota getting back on defense. Puck is carried into the zone. Minnesota recovers. Minnesota, Gordy Lawson sends the puck down into the Rapids zone. Turcotte slows up the puck. Rapids gets possession of it, trying to get it back out and mount some offense here as they were able to tie up the game. 17:30 left to go in this first period. As puck is sent up, shot bounces off of Turcotte. Rapids trying to clear the zone, and they do. That was a big shot from high in the slot. As there's a big collision by Atkins and Lawson right underneath of us. Atkins loses his helmet, so there's a stoppage of play. Safety reasons, and I totally agree with that. As 17:14 left to go in the second period. And we've got a 1-1 hockey game between the Riverkings and the Blue Ox.
Yeah, really important for the Riverkings to convert on that one, and it was a really nice, well-worked play, and now I feel like that spurred everyone on a little bit, gave a bit more life in the legs, and see if they can build on this momentum.
You got to think a lot of that frustration, I mean, there's still going to be frustration, but a lot of that frustration went away because they finally were able to beat Mayrose, who's played spectacular between the pipes tonight for Minnesota. As there's a face-off to the blocker side of Turcotte and a whistle. So that wasn't exactly what the officials wanted, as Bryceland comes in going up against Cooper Nielsen. Face-off, that's not controlled by anybody. Rapids does come away with it. Passed up near side, coming up with it. That's Atkins. Atkins centering pass, nobody home. Nobody home. Rapids had an opportunity, but Rapids, they are getting back on defense as Minnesota's now going down the length of the ice. Gore had it pulled away from him. Rapids now has the puck. Bulldog, Cooper, and that's passed all the way up to Garcia. Puck is bouncing around neutral ice. Nobody has it as offsides is being whistled against Wisconsin Rapids, as there will be a face-off just outside the zone right below us.
Yeah, just Cooper caught in a tough spot there. He really didn't have anywhere to move, and then the puck crosses the line, and he's just caught in the middle of about 2 or 3 Blue Ox.
Yeah, that's a tough spot. Anyway, you slice it there. I mean, you're standing there, and it goes in there, and it touches you. You're going to have a whistle. Diamond against Gorlitz here, face-off right below us, so a little bit to our left. Rapids, they come away with it. They send it down in the zone. Denty, that is. Puck goes around the corner. Ilian, he fights for it. That's pulled back by Denty. Back pass out to Williams. Williams sends it down towards the goal line. Nobody home. Minnesota, they send it down length of the ice. It was last touched by Rapids, so no icing on the play. Rapids does get possession of the puck. Sends it up to center ice. Minnesota, they stop it. Farnsworth sends it back down. Stopped by Turcotte, and we got a whistle.
Yeah, it just went straight into the netting.
Okay, I was trying to see. I thought there were whistle. I heard the whistle right below me, so I was trying to see if it was too many men or what was going on. But yeah, it went up into the netting, so we got a stoppage of play.
Yeah, a little bit delayed, and I think that's what caused the confusion.
That was another part that threw me off too. So it happened so quick out there as we got Diamond face off against John Sittig. Won by Minnesota. Back behind the goal. Ilian muscles it away from the Minnesota skater. Chevier Alexander shot from the point, turned away by the blocker of Mayrose. Rapids tying up the puck in the corner. Far side, Ilian with Denty, both fighting for it. Denty pinning the puck up against the boards. Ilian centering pass off the mark, goes out to center ice. No icing will be whistled as We have the puck played up by Turcotte. And Rapids trying to organize what they want to do on this next opportunity. Chevier Alexander sends a puck up, neutral ice, last touched by Minnesota. And big collision in the corner. Rapids gets the puck. Denty sends it up, Raffert, cross to Beauchamp, wrister turned away. Fighting for this rebound, and it's still being fought over. Rapids thought they had it, then they don't, and then they had it again. Minnesota comes away with it, skates behind the goal. Minnesota trying to break out of their zone, and they do at center ice, but can't keep possession of the puck. Sittig gets bumped off the puck by Raffert. Raffert pass up to Denty. Denty trying to get the puck up into the zone. Puck does get there. Diamond keeps it in. Ilian, no look past Denty, and Denty was not ready for it.
Yeah, a couple tired legs out there.
Yeah, they do. As Rapids is trying to get that change, and they are able to. Those young men were out there quite some time as Welsh comes on to the ice. Puck is tied up in the corner, screened out by the glass. As puck finally gets loose, it was loose for a second, now they're just tying up again. So that's just letting the clock run at this point. 14-19 left to go. Raffert thought about going center, but then he sends it around the boards. Puck jammed up in the corner by McNeish, sent back around the boards and out of the zone by Minnesota. Raffert, he covers it up, sends it up to Beauchamp. Beauchamp sends up McNeish. Then that's recovered by Minnesota just inside their blue line. Minnesota, they clear it. Beauchamp gets ridden off the puck. Welsh with it. Pass back to Raffert. Raffert with the puck going up the far side. Crashing in McNeish on the near side. He gets ridden off the puck. McNeish gets to it. Back to Raffert. Raffert, he loses the puck. Puck is sent around the boards. And Minnesota comes up with it. Minnesota had an opportunity to get behind the Rapids defense. They did not. Beauchamp, he's got a 1-on-2 opportunity. Goes around behind the net, waiting for a little bit of a change. Bulldog, he gets on the ice. Off goes Raffert. Rapids with it. Trying to see Bulldog. He's got it in the near corner. Rapids a little stacked up in their positioning. Not a lot of distance between everybody as Minnesota sends a puck back down to the opposite side. Sent up high, and there's Minnesota. They have an opportunity. They got behind the Rapids defense. Backhander high, way high of the goal. No opportunity there for Turcotte to make a stop. Rapids trying to get an opportunity here to get the puck out of the zone. There's a shot taken by Minnesota. Bounces right off the pads of Turcotte. Pulled up. Trying to send the puck up. Corpy, backhand opportunity, puck loose in the slot. Minnesota had an opportunity, they couldn't come up with it. Beauchamp sends the puck up, neutral ice, and there will be a icing, a stoppage of play, as there will not be they will not be allowing Rapids to make a line change. 12:41 left to go in the second period. 1-1 hockey game. Rapids enjoying a 26-8 shot advantage, but only one goal to show for it.
Yeah, only one goal to show, mainly due to Mayrose's brilliance in net so far, and just this last couple minute or two has been quite a tough one for Riverkings. Hopefully they can try and get a change and get some fresh legs out.
Face off, blocker side of Turcotte, and Rapids is able to weather that storm. Real quick spin around shot that was just wide of the mark. Bullock lifts the puck up center ice. There's a little bit of a race for it. Scooting in on Mayrose. Mayrose, he covers it. And that's another stoppage of play. 12:20 left to go in this second period of action. 1-1 hockey game between the Blue Ox and the Riverkings.
Yeah, smart play to get it down the ice there. And now it allows that change. And there's this hot line of Allstrand, Schweitzer, and Tudic hoping to make some magic happen.
Face off to the glove side of Mayrose. Rapids comes away with that face off. Minnesota pressures, puck comes loose, center ice. Bulldog sends the puck up, touched by Tudic. That gets through all the way back of the goal. Schweitzer is down there, battling with Allstrand. Minnesota sends the puck up deep, turned away by Turcotte. Puck chipped up ahead. Allstrand, far side, Tudic trailing. Chip pushed up ahead behind the goal. Allstrand, Rapids trying to give chase. Minnesota comes up, sends it up. Puck is kept down into the zone. Now it's chipped up center ice. Rapids battling back and forth in neutral ice and into their offensive zone. Puck is loose. Garcia comes away with it after a missed opportunity by Minnesota. Puck is sent down deep. Couple changes for the Riverkings. Atkins on the ice for the boys in blue, Wisconsin Rapids. As puck is just sent all the way up, Garcia with it. He comes around, gets the puck up neutral, then it's chipped back down by Minnesota. Bulldog looking for some place to go with it. Gets it up there. As Schweitzer, Tudich, Atkins, shot opportunity turned away by the defense. Puck is still loose. Mayros had a piece of it, but Minnesota, they get back to it. As Rapids a little discombobulated, but they recover. Atkins with it.
Good stick.
Yeah, he had a poked away the last second before he was going to pull the trigger on a wrister at about 10 feet out from Mayros. Minnesota does recover, and they send the puck down into the Rapids zone. They couldn't quite see that there is Bryceland, nobody near him. If it would have been Bolduc, if he would have seen that, as Minnesota, they're trying to recoup. And there's a race for the puck going to the far corner. 10.5 to go in the second period. Rapids and Minnesota, again, 1-1 hockey game. Bryceland, Atkins on the far side. Atkins takes the puck into the zone. Minnesota battling for it, loose in the corner. And that gets behind Rapids. Chevier Alexander bouncing puck right at the circle and right into the chest of Mayros. We get another whistle and action. 10:08 left to go in the second period with a 1-1 hockey game between the Blue Hawks and the Riverkings.
Yeah, smart tip there by Atkins. Just that little change of direction. You can see Mayros then jump up in his butterfly and then just capture that into his chest.
If, you always say if you can get a little bit more velocity on it, how does he play that? Because that was a slower puck by my estimation. And
that's when the tips become so important. Like when it's a shot you think you can see all the way, and then just a tip comes from nowhere, and then just
that bounced right on the edge of that circle about 5 feet from him, and it lost velocity, unfortunately, for Rapids. But great job recovering as he has all night. Mayros, his face-off is won by Denty, and he takes a shot behind the goal. Puck is loose in the slot. Tic-tac-toe. Puck is loose on the doorstep. Oh, Rapids misses another opportunity. His puck was just sent just wide, a matter of inches, by Ilian.
Inches indeed. I think that's been the name of the game so far. Just that last little play to get it in the net.
Puck is sent up neutral ice. Denty, Ilian going up for it. Diamond, point blank shot. And it's a goal! Rapids gets another one! There's a hole in her goalie, Mayros! And Minnesota now sees themselves trailing for the first time tonight, with Rapids hosting a 2-1 lead. With just under 10 minutes left to go in the second period.
Yeah, the shot just looks to handcuff for Mayros by Diamond. Sorry, the initial shot just looks awkwardly, looks to kind of squeeze through, and then Denty finds it right on the goal line for his ninth on the year.
I think Diamond beat it initially in 5-hole, bounced out, and then they tapped it home. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes, because I think, like I said, I think it went 5-hole, and the goal judge didn't flip the switch fast enough. But either way, Rapids hosting a 2-1 lead over the Blue Hawks. We'll get the official score here.
Scoring his ninth of the year is number 16,
Franco Denty with the goal.
Here's assisted by number 7, Miguel
Ilian with the assist.
And by number 17, Noah Diamond.
And Diamond with the assist. 10:22 on the goal.
Time of the goal, 10:22.
And Rapids now has their first lead of the night, 2-1 over the Blue Hawks. 9:13 to go as we have a stoppage of play. And the puck is going to be taken up to neutral ice, where we'll have a face-off. So that's way to answer that opportunity, isn't it, Rory?
Rapids definitely feel like they deserve this lead, and I think as the game's played out so far, I think they definitely do deserve it.
30-11 shot advantage in favor of Wisconsin Rapids. And boy, that seems like it could be a lot worse of a score by Minnesota standards, but they're still very much in this game. 2-1 game as Walker takes the far side. McNeish, he's crashing hard to try to get to be a pass there as he stands in the slot. And if he would have stayed there, he would have had opportunities. He started to look back and play defense. McNeish, he's getting held up a little bit on the play. Raffert, he gets hit right in front of the Minnesota bench. It was Raffert, McNeish giving chase. McNeish with some really fresh legs out there, showing him off with speed, getting down to the near side corner. Welsh, Schrister, big rebound, shot, another big stop by the shoulder of Mayros. Outstanding job on that little sequence there for the Minnesota goalie. Big flip up to neutral ice. Minnesota can't come away with it. Bolduc skating around, trying to get a line change for the Riverkings. Let's give Minnesota a chance too, but trying to set up the offense more importantly. This Raffert gets tied up on the far side a little bit. Bryceland, puck is loose. Rapids has to hurry up, clear the zone. Raffert sent up. Bryceland can't quite hold it. Minnesota recovers. Allstrand giving a little bit of pressure. Schweitzer as well. Minnesota, big long pass, stops it at the blue line, scurries back behind the Rapids goal. Minnesota trying to kind of catch Rapids sleeping a little bit, has tried to get a backhand pass the slot to no avail. Bolduc up to Raffert. Raffert stops. He gets big old collision up in the corner. Pass back. Farnsworth. Rister from the point. Turned away. Tudich comes up with it along the far boards. Allstrand giving pressure. No one there as Bolduc gets it up to center ice. Schweitzer tried to come up behind the Minnesota skater, steal the puck. Noah's not able to do that. Bolduc, he gathers the puck in the Rapids zone as Tudich can't quite hold on to the puck as we're still sitting at center ice.
Yeah, just a lot of back and forth right now.
Yeah, Rapids holding a 2-1 lead just under 7 minutes to go in the second period, enjoying a 32-11 shot advantage. Abrigio can't hold on to the puck as that goes center ice. Puckner, he gets the puck over across the way to his teammate Gordy Lawson. Rapids gets the puck out of the zone. Quick little line change by Minnesota. His puck gets sent down to Raffert, off the glass, up center ice. Puck is loose. Bouncing puck. Nielsen got to it first by Minnesota. Then Schweitzer gets it back, neutral ice again. Tudich can't quite get possession of the puck. And it's sent down the far side as Raffert gives chase. Sends it around the boards, up to Bolduc. No one home. Rapids had a turnover there as that could have made a big situation for Minnesota good, but it's way high of the mark. Bounces up into the netting. We get a stoppage of play. 6:13 left to go in the second period. 2-1 lead. Wisconsin Rapids over these Blue Ox.
Yeah, another long fluid sequence is just the puck just keeps on pinging back and forth from blue line to blue line. Just people swinging at pucks, not really able to get a good control of it. But now Blue Ox seem to establish some pressure in the zone.
Blue Ox, they're not backing down from Wisconsin Rapids by any means. His face-off was to the blocker of Kirkholt, and then he had to glove it, and we got another stoppage. 6:08 left to go in the second period. 2-1 lead, Wisconsin Rapids over Minnesota. Little John Bon Jovi jamming in the background. As face-off is picked up by Wisconsin Rapids. Bryceland screaming down the ice, flanked by Atkins. Slam on the brakes, turn around, circle, centering attempt, across the ice to Bolduc. Bolduc sends puck down a little bit. That's intercepted by Minnesota, and they have an opportunity to get behind Rapids, but they cannot cleanly field the puck. As Bolduc breaks it back down, loses possession of the puck, fighting to get back in there. A little more snow on that half of the sheet of ice. Slows down the puck a little bit as Rapids, again, they're really keeping the puck down in that end of the ice. As we got a whistle and a stoppage of play. I think the puck bounced up off of one of the Rapids players in the bench. So we've got another stoppage of play. 5:33 left to go in the second period. Rapids leading Minnesota Blue Ox 2-1 and holding a 32-11 advantage in shots. Face-off just to neutral ice outside the Minnesota blue line. Rapids takes care of it. Cooper up the far side, try to backhand pass there to Atkins, no one home. Bad dash for the puck. Rapids gets to it. Chevier Alexander backhand pass over to Bryceland. Bryceland carrying it up the far boards, gets pushed off the puck. Puck still loose. No one really getting possession of it. Bouncing puck, bounces, and it was nearly getting over the shoulder of Mayrose. He stops, sends it back behind the goal, and Minnesota back on the attack. Minnesota carries it into the zone, stopped by the Rapids defense, sent back into the corner. Minnesota trying to get a little bit of pressure here. As Farnsworth shot behind the goal, referee Fenton goes down, bouncing puck, stopped by the Rapids defense. Cooper sends it up, Atkins, and Minnesota, Farnsworth, he picks the pocket of the Riverkings, and puck goes back out, neutral ice. Puck is still loose. Bryceland gets it, keeps it in the zone, sends it down into the corner. Rapids trying to get a change. Diamond, he was behind the goal, almost a Michigan goal as he tried to wrap around. Could not do that. Puck is sent down behind the Rapids goal. as Beauchamp, he gets the puck, 4:20 left to go in the second period. Rapids leading 2-1 over Minnesota. Beauchamp gets the puck up, Ilian tries to knock it into the zone, he cannot. Diamond comes away with it, back in the Rapids zone. Denty from Diamond. Denty, backhand up into the zone. Last touched is picked up by Mikhail Ilian as Rapids holding his own. Diamond back with it, back behind the goal. Puck's really spent a lot of time back there, not in the goal, but behind it. Minnesota gathers, and they send it the length of the ice. No icing. The Rapids went to make a move on it, pulled up, and the referee says, no, 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 you can't do that. It is going to be a play-on situation. A big laser from the point, shot in by Leighton Buckmeyer. Turned away wide of the mark as Rapids and Minnesota, they are battling here near side boards in the Rapids zone. Puck sent through the crease, no one home, no one to touch it, back out center ice. Ilian tried to get to it, couldn't. Denty has the puck, 3:17 to go. Denty goes, sends the puck center ice. Ilian up near side, trying to beat around a defenseman, backhand opportunity. Not able to hit home, tucked inside the post, but Raffert inside the blue line. Puck is stopped by a Minnesota skater. Rapids, Denty has the puck, got caught up in the skates of the official. Denty gets the slot, backhand opportunity by Ilian, and that's another great save by Mayrose as we get a stoppage of play. 2:53 left to go in the second period. 2-1, Wisconsin Rapids lead over the Blue Ox.
Yeah, another down low attack, just driving right to the net, and then Mayrose, really nice way to squeeze that puck and not let it trickle behind him.
I really thought, I was waiting for the light to start going because that was a nice little opportunity for Wisconsin Rapids, but to no avail as Rapids has another opportunity. Diamond in the face-off circle up against Jack Wallace, and there's a drop of the puck and controlled by Rapids. Garcia shot from the point, turned away by the defense, and Minnesota comes away with it. Breakthrough center ice, sent down around, back up towards the circles, stopped by Garcia. Garcia tries to chip it up ahead. Puck is loose. Rapids comes away with it. Ilian sends it up, blocked in the zone by Hankey. Hankey tries to get an opportunity in there. Puck is bouncing. Puck is loose. Cleared by Rapids. Bulldog with a big clear there, but Minnesota still has possession. Pass, way opening up the defense. Puck sent along the ice. That's tipped away by Garcia, and then it bounced off the pads of the goalie, and the puck, the net is off, so no whistle yet. And then we have it as there's a stoppage of play, and we have the puck way off, and Minnesota's sitting there saying, what the heck's going on? They're saying he pushed it off. I don't know how long it was sitting off there, but I mean, if they're not calling it, you might as well just push it way the heck away, so you get that whistle.
I mean, it puts you at a complete disadvantage to even to have it to continue playing like that with the net off, and it's just, I totally understand the decision. If he did knock it off. I didn't actually see it. I was too focused on that battle in the corner.
No, I didn't see that either, but now we're able to get some changes here. Both Minnesota and Wisconsin Rapids. Referee having a couple words with Guillaume there, probably saying, hey, don't be knocking that off.
Yeah, or probably just let me know if it happens, sort of thing.
Yeah, it could be one of those. Yeah. I'd like to think it was that last one, personally.
It was probably the first one, though.
Yeah, probably. Face off to the Walker side of Turcol. And it's big scrum in that far corner. We approach 2 minutes exactly left in the second period. Minnesota takes the puck out. Still behind the goals. Oh, that was a nice backhand opportunity to center it. Schweitzer was there, and the puck's still loose. Raffert sending it behind the goal. A lot of time sent behind that Rapids goal as Minnesota, they're possessing the puck, but they're not getting opportunities. But they have one now, and that's way wide of the mark from the point by Gordy Lawson. Puck bouncing to the right of the goal. Minnesota holds the zone. Rapids trying to get it out, and they do. Minnesota has to reset. As they send the puck deep, they get a little bit of a line change going. Nielsen, Gorlitz, and Maher come on for Minnesota. Puck chipped up center ice. Minnesota gets to it by Scherf. Gorlitz, collision there with Raffert right about the blue line. Puck down in the Rapid zone. Minute 12 left to go in this second period of action, as there's a nice little scrum down there by Minnesota and Wisconsin Rapids players, one not wanting to get up off the stick of the other, as Minnesota has to get back on the side as Rapids is going down the sheet of ice. Schweitzer, he had it, pushed back to Tudich. Tudich on the far side, up to Schweitzer. Schweitzer sends back out to the point to Raffert. Raffert sends it back down. It's a circle by Allstrand. Puck is loose, sitting right there, and it's turned away. Rapids still there as Schweitzer had an opportunity, but Minnesota pushes the puck away. 32.5 seconds left to go in the second period. Stopped by Turco. Turco. Rapids gets the puck up neutral ice. Gore, he's got nobody around him. Gore coming in,
good
and it's
save.
Shot, huge save. Didn't see the rebound, was Turcotte, but nonetheless, as Bolduc, he sends it in the corner. 14 seconds to go in the second period. 10 seconds now. Rapids is trying to clear the zone. Allstrand with it. Rister, gloved by the Minnesota goalie, Mayrose, and there is your horn to end the second period, where Wisconsin Rapids started to make some hay, and they got 2 goals in that period, as they are now sitting with a 2-1 lead over Minnesota. And we are just about ready for the third period of action between the Wisconsin Rapids Riverkings and the Minnesota Blue Ox. And we've got a good one on hand tonight, as Wisconsin Rapids is holding a 2-1 lead over the Blue Ox. And that second period, Rapids was able to overcome a 1-0 deficit, as they had goals about a minute 50 into the second period by Caden Schweitzer, with Owen Tudich and Felix Allstrand on the assists at the power play. And then at 10:22, Franco Denti scored another one, as Ilian and Diamond got assists on that as well. So that's how we are sitting at a 2-1 lead for Wisconsin Rapids over Minnesota. Rapids posting a 34-19 shot advantage through 2 periods. So Rapids really getting opportunities, just having a hard time finishing, as Pierce Mayrose is having an outstanding night, as he's made 32 stops on the 34 shots he has seen. Now, you got a 1-goal lead, Rory.
Yeah.
20 minutes. What do you do?
Yeah, I mean, you feel good about the lead. You deserve it. You just got to keep on plugging away. You can't sit back. Sitting back just invites pressure, and it allows the blocks to come at you. You really need to just keep the game how it's going, keep the back and forth energy, and then just try and grab one when you can.
If you're Minnesota, you probably want to try to score one early and put the pressure back on Rapids, instead of Rapids just kind of playing a coast mode. But knowing Coach Paul, he's not going to allow those guys to just stand pat. You get an opportunity, you better make a chance at it, I should say. As we are underway here in this third period of action, again, Wisconsin Rapids leading 2-1. So we get a whistle for an icing, and another stoppage at 19:29 left in regulation.
Yeah, something I like to see actually is just the Riverkings being a little closer in plays, whether it's on the breakout, wherever it's down low, just a bit tighter together, just so they can make those plays rather than being a bit wide and the pass taking a little too long and the Ox can readjust. It's just keeping those plays a little closer together.
Well, we are 19 minutes and 29 seconds away from either extra time or maybe Riverkings win if the score holds. We'll see as we go. Again, thanks for everybody tuning in tonight on 105.5 WIRI. Thank you, Seth, back at the studio, and everybody at Flow Hockey, thank you. And, of course, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, and our cameramen Art and Carl and Matt doing an awesome job leading the way up here. So, Rapids, they are on the attack again. Minnesota had an opportunity, sent the puck around the boards. We're not able to get home, as the puck is still loose in the defensive zone of Minnesota, but now they break out of it. That's Jace Lombardo. He comes through. Puck is shot high, but way high, up in the slot, pulled down by the Rapids defense and cleared the zone. Tudich, near side, tries to get around the defender, wasn't able to, but he's able to get the puck in the zone, sends it down deep, and he is now going to the bench to get a little bit of a rest, as Rapids, they are harassing the Blue Ox down low. Big hard hit down there. Puck squirts loose. And Minnesota back on the attack. Gordy Lawson, he had the puck, sent it up. That's sent up ahead to Jack Wallace. Puck is in the Rapids end. Still sitting there. Puck fluttering just inside the blue line. Rapids trying to get a little bit of possession here. Is Minnesota. They've kind of controlled things the opening 2 minutes of action. Rapids playing a little bit back on their heels as Minnesota really controlling things. The ice is nice and shiny, so it's not very wet after the resurfacing. That sometimes can be an issue here in Southwood County Recreation Center as Rapids comes away with it. Bryceland gets the puck up into the zone, skates to the slot, ridden off the puck, still pursuing it, battling in there as puck is sent up ahead. Puck is getting pushed away from Bryceland by Minnesota. Abrego comes up, getting to the zone, centering attempt. Puck bounces high, blocked out of the way by Turcot. Puck sent up into the Minnesota zone. No icing will be whistled as it was last touched by Minnesota. Bryceland flips the puck up into the zone. Atkins had an opportunity. He wasn't able to get there. Bulldog sent the puck up into the zone. Couldn't do that. Was blocked by a Minnesota skater. That skater was Lars Gorlitz. Rapids going after the puck. Williams on the far side, surveying the defense. Sent across the way. Chevy Alexander. And that's sent up to Diamond. Diamond attended for Ilian. Puck sent up, stopped by Denty. Denty carries it into the zone. Shot sent way high and way out of play, up here into the loft, over the netting, and we got a stoppage of play. 16:43 left to go in regulation. Rapids leading 2-1.
Yeah, that one just zipped right off the stick of Denty, just went straight up into the netting. And
it went, I think it went more up than it did over.
Yeah, it literally just went straight up and then...
Yeah. But
luckily that netting is quite tall.
Yeah, it went up and over the netting. That's what it did. Face-off one to the glove side of Mayrose. Puck really just going back and forth behind the net. Ilian applies a little bit of pressure. Chevy Alexander centering pass by Denty, and it's just wide of the goal. Minnesota recovers. Tied up in the corner is Denty. As puck's being fought over, Chevy Alexander throws the puck down, sends it back up into the zone, and we got a whistle as it's an offsides call. I believe it was offsides. So we get a stoppage. 16:12 left to go in regulation. Again, if you aren't able to make the game tonight, you can make it tomorrow night. Same place, same time, 7 p.m., where one of these teams is going to be looking for a sweep and the other looking to avoid the sweep. As of right now, if the score holds, Rapids up 2-1. Denty with the puck up into the zone. Diamond with it. Drop pass back to Denty. Puck wide of the mark. Beauchamp holds the zone. Ilian, he sends it back around behind the cage. Up there's Diamond. He was preparing for a hit. Nobody home. Diamond gets up. Then Denty carries it into the slot. He gets pushed off the puck. Minnesota back on the go. Stop. Raffert gets it. Ilian kicks it up into the zone. Ilian crashing hard, going up into the corner. Ilian can't quite get a stick on it. It's carried up by Rapids. Diamond can't get to it. Clear the zone. Rapids sends back deep. They are able to clear the zone and get a little bit of a line change as Minnesota mounts some offense. Elijah Puckner carries it up, sends a puck down into the Rapids zone. 15:18 left to go in regulation. Rapids up 2-1 over the Minnesota Blue Ox. Locker gets it bumped away. Aiden Welsh tips it up. That's his teammate speeding down. Hogan McNeish sent in, and that's right into the belly of Mayrose with another stoppage. 15:03 left to go in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, the start of the third, it's just been a bit of back and forth. Not too much really going on. Just kind of feeling each other out. See how the tactics might have changed between the periods.
Well, Minnesota had a nice little punch right away as Rapids has been able to weather it so far, but there's still 15:03 left to go, and anything can happen. As face-off to the blocker side of Mayrose was won by Minnesota. Rapids does send the puck back down deep. McNeish giving chase. Nobody was home as Rapids had had an opportunity for a wide open net look, but now we got some numbers for Minnesota because they're getting back behind the Rapids defense. Now everything kind of settles in. Maher sends in, turned away by the Rapids defense, as that was Welsh who was there and able to get the stop. Welsh did a great job just getting his legs in the way of that. As Tudic giving chase, puck squirted back into the Rapids defensive zone. They got to quick clear it up as Locker sends it in. Schweitzer can't quite get a handle on that puck. Rapids still battling for it. Tudic picks his pocket. Schweitzer crosses away, try to center it, gets a rebound, and backsliding with his leg is Mayrose. Outstanding save yet again by the Minnesota goalie. As Rapids still trying to get tic-tac-toe, and they get one!
Great
Rapids with the third goal in a little breathing room as a tic-tac-toe got Mayrose to commit one side and couldn't get back over, and Rapids now holds a 3-1 lead over the Minnesota Blue Hawks.
Yeah, a carbon copy of that power play goal from the same line. Just this time, it's Allstrand to Tudic on the back door.
So
you can't miss from there.
No, I mean that was beautifully set up and executed by Rapids. So outstanding job for Wisconsin Rapids boys in blue, and you could almost say Wisconsin Rapids is now using Minnesota's slogan against themselves.
Yeah,
but they are starting to thin the herd.
Yeah, this really could mark a turning point in the game, and just putting 2 on them just changes the dynamic completely.
So we'll get the official scoring as we got a whistle for offsides. Tudic with the goal. Allstrand. And Schweitzer with assists. 5:55, time of the goal. Rapids holding a 3-1 lead over the Blue Hawks as we got another whistle as that puck went out of play. 13:49 to go in regulation. Rapids holding a 3-1 lead now. And 3-1, feel a lot better with that than 2-1.
Yeah, it just adds that extra cushion, and that's kind of it'll help calm the nerves a bit and just let everyone continue to play the game they're playing.
Well, we're going to be having a face-off just outside the Rapids zone. Schweitzer against White. That is won by Minnesota. Buckmeyer sends it down deep with Garcia giving chase. Garcia stops, spins, turns around, comes back on the far side. He's got some speed as he carries it into the zone. No offsides, no nothing. Garcia centers it. Loose puck in the slot. No, turned away by the Minnesota defenseman and goalie as Rapids still giving opportunity, but we are getting whistled for offsides as I didn't quite see it get out of the zone.
I think it did kind of creep out the zone there on Balduc.
Not by much.
Yeah, not by much, definitely.
We'll give the officiating crew the benefit of the doubt on that one as we have another whistle. 13:24 to be exact, remaining in regulation. Cooper against White, just outside the Minnesota zone, controlled by Minnesota. Garcia harassing the Minnesota skater. Lombardo. Minnesota gets it back. Lombardo trying to send it sharp angled, bounce off the side of the net. Puck still loose behind the Rapids goal. Trying to get it out front. Rapids trying to block any opportunities as Minnesota had some speed there. Balduc, he's fighting for it down low. No whistles. Pass sent across the ice just out inside the blue line. Rapids trying to get it up out. Bryceland was there. And now Atkins, he's racing for it. Minnesota goalie plays it. Mayrose sends it up to center ice. 12:40 left to go in regulation. Minnesota trying to organize some offense. Down 2 goals, 3-1. With Rapids holding that lead and a 39-23 shot advantage. Again, Rapids, they were really trying to break through things here as Hankey tries to stuff it home, and he does! Another goal by Minnesota. This one coming to Hankey, and they make it a 1-goal lead for Rapids yet again.
Yeah, I mean, a really, really impressive goal there by Hankey. I mean, to take that on the wall and just kind of dance in and make a nice move on Turco there for his third of the year and second point of the night. I mean, just an incredible goal.
Yeah, Hankey with the goal. Hayden Hankey. And that goal at 7:37. We will have the face-off yet again. Right at center ice, Wallace and Diamond. Rapids comes away with it. Denty sends it up into the zone. Rapids wants to get another 2-goal lead. We'll see if they are able to. No assist on that goal.
Unassisted, time of the goal is 7:37.
7:37, time of the goal, and now we got a 3-2 hockey game as Rapids trying to hold on to that 1-goal lead. Billion has an opportunity, sends it up ahead. Denty not quite home, and there's a cover of the puck by Mayrose. Another stoppage, 11:55 left to go in regulation.
Yeah, just, I mean, a moment of brilliance brings it to a 1-goal game, and let's see how the Riverkings respond. Hopefully they can just keep on playing a strong game, I think. There's just a sort of a lapse of concentration there leading to that one.
Going to be a face-off, blocker side of Mayrose. Diamond out there with it. Wallace out there too, as they are getting Wallace. They're getting Wallace out of there and sending in Mike Brigio. And now they're sending Diamond out and bringing in Denty. So, drop of the puck. Puck's loose. Minnesota comes up with it. 11:52 left to go in regulation. 3-2 lead. Wisconsin Rapids. Brigio racing up. Shot and a goal. We got a tie hockey game as Minnesota tied it up on a one-timer by Brigio over the blocker of Turco. And we've got, again, a 3-3 hockey game.
Yeah, I mean, this line's been great tonight. Brigio with his second goal, and then his line mate Henke with the goal just moments ago, and it really looks to have stunned the Riverkings here, and just on another 2-on-1 converted a well taken goal, nice finish, just above the pad below the blocker on Turco there.
That'll be time of the goal is 8:15 or 8:14, excuse me. As well, we got a brand new hockey game.
Yep.
As Rapids trying to recover.
He was assisted at number 82,
And Buckmeyer with the assist as Rapids tried to get the puck down low and they just weren't able to beat Mayrose, and now they're back on the attack again as Rapids fighting down there. That's Ilian gets down there first. Minnesota comes away with it. Diamond trying to give chase. Puck is sent up length of the ice, and there's your icing. Stoppage of play. 11:07 left to go in regulation.
Yeah, I mean, the Riverking response is so crucial here. I mean, that second goal definitely gave the Ox just a whole new lease on life, and then to come down there on another fast break opportunity and bury it, it's a tie game and see how the Riverkings react.
Still plenty of time for either team. 11:07 left to go in regulation. Of course, Wisconsin Rapids wants to get the big 2 points, stay atop the division with a squatch. But still a lot of hockey to be played as Rapids won that face-off, shot sent up into the netting behind the goal, so we got another stoppage of play.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of league position, I mean, the Riverkings really can't afford to drop anything in this next little run until they almost face the squatch again.
Absolutely. As another game going on tonight, the Mullets are taking on the Ducks, and the Mullets are up 5-4 over the Ducks. So a lot of hockey to be played yet over there as well, as another stoppage and another face-off coming. This one to the glove side of Mayrose, as they something about that puck they don't want to use.
Yeah, I noticed in training a couple of pucks have chips out of them, so maybe that was the problem.
Well, stands to reason. Because now they got one they like. And now we have a face-off. Diamond in there for the Riverkings. Didn't quite catch a number of Minnesota. I believe that was actually Caleb Gore. Rapids bouncing pucks in on Mayrose. Not able to hit home. Rapids try to center it. Puck still loose. Can't quite get an opportunity. Was Diamond. Raffert sends it back down. Diamond chips it up ahead. Diamond still chasing with Ilian. Minnesota starting to crash down on the puck. Sent up to neutral ice. Beauchamp takes it as he's skating right through, brings it up the zone, using some speed. Shot one-timer right in the belly of Mayros. And some stoppage here. 10:24 left to go in regulation.
Yeah, one thing I think will be so crucial for the Riverkings D right now is just to be strong on that blue line. Like those two fast breaks leading to the 2-on-1s, they were capitalized on well by the Blue Ox. It's so important for the Riverkings to keep the zone and keep that pressure back on the Blue Ox and just limit those fast break opportunities.
Well, 10:24 left to go in regulation. Rapids wins that face-off. They are able to keep it in as Cooper sends it down. McNeish gets contact in the corner. Puck set back up. Bulldog just inside the blue line. Fakes left. Shoots. Blocked by the defense. Backhand opportunity in the slot. That was Locker. Shots and in. Little fluttering just wide of the net. Mayros did not have to touch it. Both teams are fighting on the near corner. 10 minutes left to go in this third period. Minnesota does gather that puck and they get it out center ice. Rapids has numbers over Minnesota. As Garcia takes the puck, skates behind the goal, leaves it back there for Bulldog. Bulldog sends it up ahead. Nobody home. Garcia got there, but just not in time. Cooper fighting with it, as well as Bulldog back with it. Puck is sent up. There's Lombardo fighting for it down there as well. 9:35 left to go in regulation. As overtime could be a possibility tonight. As Puckner sends the puck down low. Bulldog. Rapids playing a little bit of defense now as they're trying to get up ahead. Bulldog sends it up, center ice. It's out of play, so we got a whistle. It's 9:15 left to go in this third period.
Yeah, I mean the game just completely turned on its head in a space of like 2 minutes, and now we're in a tight, super tight 3-3 game where no inch is being given.
Rapids comes away with that face-off at neutral ice. Garcia bringing the puck up into the zone, and they're going to whistle offsides. That's close, but that's the right call, I do believe. Rapids pleading their case. That is Alstrand pleading his case, saying his one skate was still at neutral ice, but that's referee's discretion. Schweitzer going up there in the face-off, and they have another whistle. They didn't like how Hankey and Schweitzer were in the face-off there, so they're going to have them redo it. And they do, and Minnesota comes away with it, but it's stopped by Tudich, and he takes a shot just
Great
wide
steal
from the slot. Now there's a close opportunity for Rapids, but no cigar. Minnesota recovers, and they try to get the puck out. They are able, Rapids keeps it in, as it was somehow picked up by Schweitzer, sent down deep. Fighting in the corner is Alstrand. A whole bunch of Riverkings down there. As I believe it's a Ratio fighting for it. He gets to it, and it's a numbers game for Minnesota. Big block, big save by Turcotte, and that game stays 3-3. 8.5 to go. Riverkings trying to get possession of the puck in back of the net. Puck up center ice. Buckmeyer picks it up for Minnesota. Now Rapids back with it. Denty can't quite get it to stick on his stick as puck goes back into the Rapids zone. 8:10 left to go. Puckner picks it up, trying to skate into the zone. He dumps the puck down there. Minnesota gets a line change. Rapids back on the attack. Garcia sends it up. Ilian picks it up inside the blue line, trying to center it. Tiptoe, trying to drag around his defender. Isn't able to do it. He lost his handle, and the puck is sent back down. Picked up by Bulldog. Bulldog trying to decide if he wants to go right, left, over, under, wherever he goes, and it's chipped up to center ice and goes up into out of play as we got another stoppage. 7:39 left to go here in the third period.
Yeah, the Abrego line again, just with another great chance coming in on Turco and wired straight at his face. I think it was. I think Turco seemed to be seeing how his mask was doing, and game stays 3-3.
Yep, and they drop the puck, and you have Turco, who's not even ready. He's got his glove off, he's got his blocker off, he's still trying to get his mask figured out. An official comes over, and I think that was more of an apology. Hey, sorry, man, didn't realize you weren't ready, because I don't think he even looked at him. He's trying to get his glove all figured out, and blocker and helmet. So I mean, that could have been a bad situation, but then again, referees caught it, and no harm, no foul.
Yeah, I wonder what would have happened if it somehow made its way in the net.
Well, that's one of those. I don't think the officials were watching for that, because normally they make sure the goalie is ready, and here there's no way he was ready. His puck is sent out to neutral ice, gets up into the netting, and we got exactly 7.5 minutes left to go in regulation with a 3-3 hockey game between the Riverkings and Blue Ox. Raffert comes away with a face-off at center ice, and then it's picked up by the Minnesota squad, sent down deep. Raffert picks up the puck, pass it up to Beauchamp. Beauchamp, back pass over to Diamond. Diamond, he's got some speed going. He breaks it up into the zone. He comes up, shot in the corner, and it's a goal! Wow. Diamond gives Rapids the lead yet again. Diamond with a one-timer, top shelf. Rapids leads.
Great finish. Really well taken, a great goal. Just opens his body up and then shoots it far side on Mayros there.
Yeah, Diamond got the puck just inside his own blue line, and he races up. Center ice, over carried to the blue line from the circles. Snipes him over the glove corner. Rapids leads.
Yeah, I mean, a great nifty player Diamond is, and a really good night from his line. I thought they've been buzzing around the ice with really good puck movement between them, and then
I would have to guess that's an unassisted goal, but we'll get the official word here in just a moment. As Rapids trying to get the puck out of their own zone.
Number 17,
As Minnesota. Beauchamp with the assist, and Raffert on the assist. So there were assists that I didn't think, and Rapids had an opportunity, and it's covered by Mayros.
Yeah, I mean, Diamond just came in so quickly right there. I mean, you thought you might have just picked off a Blue Ox, and it turns out to be a couple assists to be handed out.
Yeah, I didn't think there would be, because I mean he picked that up right inside the blue line all by himself. But oh well, that's all right with me. I won't complain, and I don't think those players will either.
Definitely not.
As Rapids regains the lead, 4-3 over the Blue Ox. Puck is dropped to the blocker side of Mayros. Rapids comes away with it. Bryceland tries to go under the crossbar, just goes over it as Rapids holds his own. You kind of feel Rapids starting to feel a little more. That was re-energizing, exactly what they needed, because we got 6:20 left to go. Coming up, I always like to look ahead. You got to think maybe another 4 minutes, not even, and maybe depending on what the score is, Minnesota might have to call timeout.
I mean, that goal from Diamond just really kind of it gives the Riverkings life, but also just kind of mutes the Blue Ox for a bit. Just a great goal like that.
Atkins gets the puck up into the zone as Minnesota is able to wrangle it away from him. As Farnsworth comes up, gets it up into the neutral ice. Rapids gets him back off of it. Atkins with it. Atkins trying to crash the net, and he isn't able to. Puck is loose on the near side. Atkins tried to stuff it home, but no, man, great job hugging the post there by Mayros as the puck is loose behind the net. Bryceland with it. Again, Atkins sent back behind there, and man, I'm surprised there wasn't a holding call on that, but we play on. Officials doing a great job of allowing both teams to play tonight. It's really a lot of fun to watch that when that happens. Puck gets bumped around, sent out to neutral ice. Minnesota clear the zone, got kicked back into the Rapids zone. Rapids back on the attack, sent up neutral ice, and it's sent just wide of the net, and there was no whistle for icing. You thought about it, but now got bumped. The puck got sent high into the netting, back down on the ice, and we got another stoppage. 5:06 left to go in regulation. Rapids leading 4-3.
Yeah, I mean, the refs not calling. I think they're just letting the game play. Just there's a lot of mutual roughness between the teams, and I think just let it play, let it run.
These
Kind of
teams,
build a more playoff atmosphere early in the season.
yeah. I mean, and these teams, they've got a history.
Yeah.
Just like Rapids and the used to be the Minnesota Moose, they've jumped leagues now. But man, these two teams, they go back quite a while. So good to see them allowing the kids to play, the young men to play, and that makes a lot of fun. Hockey is 5:06 left to go in regulation. Face off glove side of Melrose. Minnesota comes away with it. Puck sent behind the goal. And there is no penalty called as Minnesota skater lost his edge. Shot to goal! Walker from the slot, and we got one for Rapids, and I think that's his first goal.
Yep, it is
as
indeed.
the Riverkings pick up the puck, and they're taking it to the bench. Rapids regains the 2-goal lead, 5-3.
What a great confidence boost for Locker there. I mean, he's had a couple of games, hasn't really found not too much going for him, and then just kind of top of the hash mark sort of area, just throws it on net, squeaks through nicely.
Yeah, you got the top of the circle, and it was one-timer, top of the hash marks, about mid-slot, and in the back of the net it goes, and Rapids regains a 5-3 lead over the Blue Ox.
Nice. Well played by Locker.
15:07, time of the goal. We'll wait the official word on assists. That's will be coming up momentarily as Rapids wins the face-off. And a cover of the puck by Melrose. A stoppage, 4:45 left to go.
First of the year is number 15, Isaac.
Yep, Isaac Locker with the goal. Unassisted. Unassisted goal, so Rapids, they're in business. 2-goal lead, but they had one earlier. Then it went by the wayside, so hopefully a little bit different outcome this time for Rapids. If they can hold on to 4.5 minutes, you got to think maybe Minnesota's going to think about that timeout a little sooner than I was anticipating right before Rapids got that 2-goal lead again. Minnesota gets the puck, carries it in the zone. Hankey, he gets it down deep, gets pushed back, in back of the goal. Rapids sends it back out. Scherf, he tries to take a slapper and it bounces off of Denty up into the netting, out of play, and Denty looks a little shaken up there. And we will be getting a new puck coming up here as we have 4:17 left to go in regulation.
I think the dynamic of the 2-goal lead has changed a bit. I think in the start there was still so much time left that the Blue Ox really just kept on working. But now with the more time pressure, it really puts the Blue Ox against the wall.
I would agree with that assessment. Minnesota's like, what do we got to do?
Yeah.
And that's a little frustrating. Like Rapids was frustrated earlier in the game. They couldn't get a puck in the back of the net. As Rapids wins that face-off to the Locker side of Turco. Allstrand giving chase. Minnesota gets it back. Rapids gets it back. Center ice. There will be no icing as Minnesota missed a chance to touch up. Minnesota gets the puck behind their own net. Schweitzer harassing as they get the puck up. Still stuck in their zone. Abrego with the puck. Harassed by Tudic. Puck on the far side. Far side, that is Hayden Hankey. He's got the puck, and it gets wrangled away from by Rapids. Tudic gets tied up behind the goal. Pretty clean game tonight, just 2 penalties, 1 on each team. Rapids did get a power play goal on that as we got 3.5 to go. Rapids with a 5-3 lead. Rapids keeping that puck down there, just really eking away time as Melrose is kind of looking over at the bench, seeing what they want them to do because they're running out of time for an extra attacker. Puck was touched up right at the red line, center ice, sent back behind the goal. Rapids kind of fighting for it. Minnesota comes away with it. 3 minutes left to go. Melrose giving another look at his bench, seeing when they want him to try to make an approach off and give the Blue Ox an extra attacker. Rapids skating behind their goal. Bryceland comes up with it near side. Crosses center ice, breaks into the zone, goes up along the boards, centering pass, shot to goal! Bryceland to Atkins. Atkins puts it home, and that will probably be your Wayne Larrabee dagger, where the Riverkings go up 6-3 over the Blue Ox.
I think just a matter of time. It's just too much for the Blue Ox, and Atkins gets his 6, assisted by Bryceland. A really good combination. They both have a ton of speed. Just Bryceland just blazing down the wall there, feeds it in front to Atkins, who's there to bury.
17:46, time of the goal. And if you're the Blue Ox, I don't think you worry about pulling the goalie anymore. This one's all over, but the crying is Wisconsin Rapids really thinning the herd of the Blue Ox, using their own slogan against them, as we have a whistle.
Yeah, I don't think after the first you'd think, oh, it's going to be a 9-goal game now. Because after how tight that was in the goaltending.
Oh, absolutely. This has been a very, very entertaining hockey game as we get a redrop of that puck, and Rapids comes away with it. 2.5 to go, as you can really start feeling that Minnesota is a little discouraged out there, as Atkins got the... Owen Atkins got the goal. And Bryceland with the assist, only one assist. Oh, another assist, and that's by Garcia. They gave 2 assists on that, so that is your most recent goal, as Wisconsin Rapids gets the puck deep, and there is a whistle, and there's some face washing going on out there.
There's all sorts going on.
Yes, there's some gloves and sticks being thrown out there by Nielsen, it looks like, from Minnesota. He's not happy about something. A little conversation, Garcia and Nielsen talking, and they're trying to get Garcia off the ice.
I think he's pointing to the box now for Garcia.
Yep, that's what they're doing.
I think it'll be both Garcia and
Nielsen. I think that's going to be matching penalties.
Yeah.
And
I mean, there's so much going on. I think I missed the initial contact on Bryceland. I saw Bryceland in the corner, and then Cooper goes to defend his teammate.
Yep, that's getting the captain's meeting. I think there's probably going to be coincidental roughing. 2-minute penalties. As we got Garcia and Nielsen.
I mean, as a Blue Ox player, you just have to be frustrated. It was such a tight game. You get it to 3-3. Just so much emotion in that. And then for the Riverkings to just come back so quickly, just put another 3 on you.
Well, that's one thing that Coach Paul's talked about, is just how fast this offense can score.
Yeah. Just remarkable, just the turn of events. Just, you think momentum's now with Blue Ox after they bury 2 in quick succession, and then Wisconsin just flipped the script, and it looks like a 5-minute major on the Blue Ox.
Oh, 5-minute penalty on Nielsen. Rough penalty for Garcia. So Minnesota's penalty, Cooper Nielsen. Boarding penalty, 5-minute major. They're both 17:53 is the time of the penalty. A 2-minute minor for Garcia for roughing, as I kind of thought it was going to be. Yeah. But he got goaded into that by Cooper Nielsen for a 5-minute boarding penalty, and I can understand some frustration being on that.
I believe the initial contact was on Bryceland. I saw him just sort of lying down in the corner sort of area, and I think that must have been the first hit, and then Garcia got one for the after.
So we're gonna see how this goes here, how they're gonna play this. If it's just gonna be 4-on-4, or how they're gonna do it.
To see.
Or if they're going to say coincidental 5-on-5, but Rapids will have 3 minutes of a power play, which there would actually just be 7 seconds of a power play to end the game.
Yeah.
So we're getting this. We know as much as you guys do, listening or watching on Flow Hockey, Wisconsin Rapids Community Media, and of course 105.5 WRI.
I think the refs have settled on a 4-4 situation.
Yeah, that's what it appears to be. 4-on-4 hockey for 2:07, or for 2 minutes, 2:07 left in the game, and then a 7-minute or 7-second power play for the Riverkings. That's really just the formalities of what's going on. Rapids leads 6-3. Well on their way to win number 16 if they can hold out a miraculous comeback by the Blue Ox in the final 2 minutes of play. Far side. That is Raffert. A little push from behind, no penalty. Oh, I agree with that. Schweitzer gets tied up down there behind the goal line. Puck still loose. Lombardo comes up near side. Lombardo inside the blue line. Hallstrand gave some pressure along with Beauchamp. And Raffert with the puck, just spinning around. We got minute 17 coming up. Hallstrand, far side, skating into the zone. Really just got to eat up this last minute. Don't really need to add another, as there's a shot in, real soft shot, covered up by Mayrose, and we got 1:08 left to go in the game, and 1:01 left to go in the 4-on-4 hockey, and then a 7-second power play for Rapids to end the game.
Yeah, I mean, I sort of feel for Mayrose here. I mean, he's had a really spectacular game. And then it kind of, I think it's more of a team falling apart there at the end. Yeah,
I think you could see a little bit Minnesota getting tired out there. And it's a very emotional game as Rapids wins that face-off to the glove side of Mayrose. Denty, pass across the way to Bolduc. Bolduc, little wrister from the top of the circle. Rapids keeps possession of the puck, almost looking like they're on the power play. Bryceland shot high from the blue line right up the middle, and that's gloved by Mayrose. 45.6 seconds to go. Mayrose, man, he's been outstanding. I can't compliment him enough, as he's made 41 saves on 47 shots faced.
And countless just really high danger chances as well.
Yeah, a lot of those. I mean, you would think with some of those saves, he doesn't make them. You are seeing
might even see double digits.
Yeah, you might be seeing almost a 16-goal night for Wisconsin Rapids. No disrespect to Minnesota, but that's just how well Mayrose has played tonight. Really tip my cap to the young man as the puck gets sent out to center ice. 24 seconds to go as the Riverkings just trying to salt this one away. 13 seconds left on 4-on-4, and then we'll have 7 seconds of Riverkings power play, but won't matter as we are down to just 13 seconds left in the game. A big, nice poke check away by Turcot. Puck or net comes off the line, and 8.3 seconds left to go in the game. There's 1 second left to go on 4-on-4 hockey, as we are going to have a nice night celebrating Wisconsin Rapids with another Riverkings victory here in 8.3 seconds.
And Henke just shows his amazing individual skill again, just kind of dancing through. He'll be a player to watch for tomorrow, rejuvenated with now some blood in his mouth, sort of thing.
Face-off controlled by Minnesota. Can't quite get to it. Puck shot in, turned away by the defense in 1 second, and there's your horn, and that's a Riverkings winner.